Welcome for you again. We are going to continue what we have begun the last lesson. As I said in the last lesson, we are going now to discuss the annual plan. This is a sketch for the annual plan. Here we write unit, main goals, educational aids, time, budget, assessment, and feedback. We are going now to do a frame. Main goals, to read well. Educational aids, data show, flashcards, CD player. Time, 2 weeks. Budget, $150. Assessment, to notice how the pupils read well. Feedback, by noticing the pupils reading. This is a style for the annual planning. Now in the daily planning, here we wrote unit. Here we wrote lesson. This is lesson 1. The private goals, to read the words over, often. This is the private goals for this lesson. Procedures. What do we use to let the pupils read these words well? We need direct learning. We need interaction between teacher and pupils. We need group learnings. We also need individual learning. Educational aids. To do this work, we need the teacher, flashcards, the whiteboard. Assessment, we are going to need to notice how do the pupils spell the words correct. The pupils reading. Time needs 20 minutes. Feedback about this lesson. After noticing the pupils reading, we can say that the pupils read well, or the pupils read not good, or the teacher didn't do well in this period. So he, in the next lesson, should take care about the faults for it in the lesson. This is the style of the daily plan. Now, let us go back to the teachers as planner. The teacher as a planner varying the educational activities and exercises related properly with the students' preparation. The teacher should give activities to the students which suit the excellent and medium and weak students. The teacher must not deal with good students or bad students. Some teachers deal with students as groups. He deals with the good students and neglect the other groups. The good learner or the good teachers must deal with all students in order to be able to know the average of their knowledge in order to plan to their next learning. The teacher also must providing educational activities in light of school available resources. When the teacher plans to his lesson, he needs to prepare activities. Sometimes these activities not found in the school, so he is going to look for alternative which he or his students can provide to the lesson. For example, if he wants to give pupils information depends on the word map and it is not found in the school, may he or his students draw a map and color it in the art lab or vocational workshop. Showing his skills in protective procedures to keep students healthy and safe. The teacher should be active enough to save his children and to protect them from any accident or hurts during the period in the classroom or in the workshop or in the lab and even in the yard. And he should be following up his pupils through playing or working. Provoking students' motivation and interest to new learning. The empowered teacher should provoking his students continually and gives them a new and interesting education by making them always paying attention to be motivated and interested in the new learning. Keeping students' care about the classroom. The good teacher provokes his students to pay attention continually by presenting them every new and interesting information in order to keep them always paying attention and listening to him, trying to know what the new in his lesson. Providing different types of physical, incorporeal, immediate, desired answers for students, if any, make acceptable behavior. The pupils actually challenged to give different answers, so the teacher must present immediate answer, physical or moral answer, in order to keep them paying attention. Employing educational results to enhance students' leadership. We use educational results to enhance the students' learning and leadership activities to improve their learning skills and the growth in different fields. Using educational aids and material in educational situation frame. When the teacher prepares his lesson, he should implement the learning materials and the new aids through the educational situation to improve good learning. He do not imagine aids or bring aims which he or write aims which he couldn't do it. the active teacher and the good teacher writes the aims which he can do. The teacher must use correct educational language. Through working in the classroom, the teacher must not use the market language or the streets language. He should use the simple, clear, correct language and ask his pupils or his students to do or to speak in the same language. And he must stress on that in order to let his students speak the language as a habit, not be forced on. Using verbal and non-verbal communication skills on his teaching to ease the student's teaching process. To improve active learning, the teacher should use communication skills and interaction skills and body language to facilitate education. Some teachers stand before his pupils and only he speaks and they listen. This was in the ancient teaching. In the modern teaching, the student must use the new strategies of teaching. He must use the simple language. He must deal with the behavior. He must deal with his students and listen to them and let them listen to him. He must use body language to give impressions to his students about what he is pleased of and what he is not desire to hear from them. Using behavior, modifying principle positively in the class. If the teacher noticed that his pupil deal each other in bad behavior, and this may happen in any class, he should implement methods of behavior modifying and don't use rough words or be violence. Some teachers, when he noticed that his pupils' behavior bad, he used to be rough. He used to be difficult. He used to be using bad language through his speaking with them or to them. The good teacher must treat with the pupils very well, very good words, and try to delete the bad behavior from the pupils. Choosing proper words and sentences to address students. The teacher should be polite and gentle when he talks to his students with suitable voice. Distributing duties on all students based on needs. The fair teacher does not best to pay attention to all. The fair teacher does his best to pay attention for all students as their needs and don't work only with the excellent students. Sometimes the students object on the teacher, saying, "Teacher, you speak to John. Teacher, you speak to Susie only. Why you do not speak to me?" So the good teacher must speak and look for all his students and do not neglect any one of them, because if he neglects the pupils, they say this teacher is not good. Is the challenge and obstacles preventing effective communication. If the teacher feels that the interaction with the student is not clear, he should look quickly about the reason and try to prepare the fault and tries to detect the reasons. And this may happen in any period or in any class. So the good teacher must be able to notice that, that case. Thank you for listening, and we will continue with you in the next lesson.